This is Morten from INKISH. We are here reporting from Hall 6 at drupa in Düsseldorf, and I'm going to talk to my good friend Mike Herold from EMT.
Hey, Morten, how are you?
I'm
good.
good.
To see you.
Good to see you.
Yeah, great.
Last time I met you, that was at Printing United.
That's right.
Where was it? It was in
Atlanta.
Atlanta, right?
Yes.
Right. Yeah. I mean, you came from a job by Ricoh, and then you came to EMT, and now that's been 6-7 months since the last time we met. So let's get the status first, right?
Right. Yeah. No, it's been great. It's been a wonderful transition, to come to this organization. We've got a heavily committed owner of the business who's excited about growing the operation, what we're able to do in the industry, working with partners, working with customers. We're a very flexible organization in terms of how we approach things from a solution perspective, commercially as well too. We're open to, looking at new partnerships and new collaborations, very solution focused. So it's been really, really good. It's been such a good opportunity to kind of work in the industry in a different way. And in my former role, a lot of conversations about print technology, and I felt companies or customers were becoming more and more comfortable with those things, and now I can kind of look at the industry and help people from a different perspective.
And it's also funny because as far as I remember from our last conversation, it was also like before when you worked for Ricoh, that was Ricoh only. Now you can visit everybody.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, we did have that conversation, which is great, right? Because I had all these great relationships, anyways, with a Canon, with an HP, with a Screen, with a Kodak, with everybody else, and to really have those great conversations. And then as I made the transition, I was able to continue those relationships and really build them out, which has been fantastic.
I have to ask you more like maybe something personal, because I mean, when you've been with one company for many years, and now you suddenly open doors to more companies, has there been any like major surprises in how the other companies operate compared to what you were thinking initially, or?
Yeah, you do learn a lot of that, right? You 23 years in one place, and you sort of get used to how things operate, and then as you start to work with different organizations and see how they operate, what does it really look like? And so sometimes you say, oh yeah, I remember how we did that, and how you're going through that as well too, and then you do see some different things of how things are done also. And to me, again, that was sort of part of the reason for coming to this organization, EMT International, and really looking to help them grow and build this company up, because it's a learning opportunity. And at the end of the day, I think all of us should be really looking for ways to learn and grow and help each other, and this was an opportunity to do that. And part of that is learning what all these different companies do and how they do it.
Of course. I think I also was, I mean, I try always to be very honest, but when I met you at EMT in the US, I did not know much about EMT, but I mean, the products look really sturdy. It looks like really high performance products, and everybody talks about digitalization and productivity and all those things, kind of thing. And I guess that is one of the reasons why it's also interesting for you, with your vast experience from the digital side, to really now seems to be like a growing opportunity also for EMT, right?
Yeah, absolutely it is. And EMT has been a tremendous engineering and manufacturing organization for more than 80 years. And all of that history really is in the web offset or web management space. And the company started really focused on paper mills, paper converters, commercial printers.
So that was the starting point, basically.
That was the starting point, yeah, more than 80 years ago. And so when you look at, like you said, when you look at these products and you say heavy industrial strength, right, that's the legacy of the business. And then when digital printing started to come into the marketplace, the decision was made by the company at that time to start creating digital finishing solutions, but leveraging that sort of heavy industrial web offset kind of environment that we'd been in for a long time, or the company had been in for a long time. And again, so all of that's been really, really solid, and what the company isn't well known for is who they are and what they do, a very well-kept secret. And so for me, that presented a really good opportunity of here where you've got a very solid technology, manufacturing, solutions, service-oriented organization that not a lot of people know about, with little market share. And some customers, some colleagues said, well, why would you go there? Hardly anybody knows them. They don't have a lot of market share.
That's why.
That's why, right? There's so much upside, and there's so much opportunity to say, take an organization like this, and then with Mohit Uberoi, the owner who bought the organization a couple of years ago, he's got a tremendous background in this industry as well too, and very focused on building this company and focusing on building it from the outside in, listening to the marketplace.
Some of the recent acquisitions among some of your competitors in the market, does that give you new opportunities, or will it or will it leave some kind of vacuum because people are still trying to find out how the market position is in the future? Or
yeah, well, I think we're entering a phase in the industry where we're going to see a fair amount of that, right? And in terms of some consolidations and connections and acquisitions, and so I think certainly if you look at, we've got stable ownership focused on growing the organization, open to opportunities to collaborate and partner. I think certainly we're in a very, very good position, especially now as more and more people are becoming aware of who we are and what we do. And drupa has been, of course, a fantastic platform for that, because again, even in the North American market where we're very, very strong and very, very positive, a lot of people there may not know who we are as well too, but here we've just been having a great opportunity to connect, collaborate, have people understand who we are, what we're able to do.
But I will say, Mike, that in my opinion, because the times I spoke to you also when you were with Ricoh, I think that one of the things I really appreciate about you is your high level of knowledge. And I think that, I don't know if there's a difference between Europe and America on that sense, but when you come to Europe now at drupa and you know so much about the industry, I think, at least from a European perspective, I think that is a huge strength, to be honest.
Yeah, well, I appreciate that. And again, I've always been kind of a lifelong learner and focused on just
nerd, right?
Nerd. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
If you say so, yeah,
but we take it in a good way.
In a good way.
That's
right. That's right.
great.
Yeah.
We have to talk about one little thing before we leave here.
Sure.
Because you have EMT and you have Rotocontrol.
Yep.
Rotocontrol is also part of the EMT, let's say, group of companies.
Yep.
And as you can see from the drawing, the photo is into the narrow web and label flexible work kind of thing.
Yep.
Where are the synergies between those two companies?
Yeah, so it's a unique thing for us to offer, but again, if you look at it, it's all around web management and web finishing. And
okay, so that is one of the things where you can learn from both technologies.
That's right, and we already have customers that we do. So we do a lot of custom solutions as well too. So typically we get a lot of customers that come to us and say, hey, we've asked this company for this, we've asked this company for this. A lot of them say, go talk to EMT International because they're the ones that can figure these things out. And we absolutely can do that. So the good news is you look at these technologies that Rotocontrol has, you look at what EMT International has, and really EMT is the company. Rotocontrol is part of that, but because of those capabilities in both parts of the organization, plus our service capability, sort of our STC Pro side of the business, which is our legacy, web offset supply as well too. And then, we do contract manufacturing also. So it puts us, I think, in a unique position in terms of those different things that we can offer. In some ways they're similar, in some ways they're different, and the synergies of those solutions in the portfolio, I think, put us in a really, really strong position.
Will I see you at Printing United?
You will see me at Printing United, absolutely.
Looking forward to
Morten,
that.
great seeing you. Thanks for stopping by, I appreciate the time.
Of course.